Hello! Today we're going to go through a lower body and abs dumbbell workout or core dumbbell workout. So you need please a set of dumbbells. If you are fortunate, you've got a selection. Have them all nearby so you can grab and choose. If one gets too heavy, you can go lighter, etc. But if you've only got one, that's fine. Or one set, sorry. And at any stage, you can also just use one dumbbell, holding it high or low at either end. And you can also just use your body weight. So if you get stuck, do that. Other options, if you haven't got dumbbells, you can try things like a backpack on your back. That's still like weighing you down. If you've got things like a weighted vest, cool. But like basically anything to make you a little bit heavier. We're going to start with a warm up, then we're going to go into our workout. And then finish with a stretch. So start with side bend, feet back, hip distance or maybe a little bit wider. I'm going to bend side to side. We have got some side bends later in this workout. It's one of my favorite exercises to do. It feels so nice as you're doing it. I don't think it feels that hard compared to other exercises, and it's like always the next day I'm like, oh, hello. So I'm keen to know, let me know if the next day you feel it in your side waist. One squat, one good morning. So keep feet wide and hips. One squat, hips go down and back. One good morning, hips go back. One squat, hips down and back. One good morning, hips go back. I'll show from the side. One squat, like you're sitting down. One good morning, like you're being like sexy, like check my booty. One squat, hips back. One, you should feel your quads in the squat, and then you should feel a stretch in the backs of the legs on the good morning. Now do a squat down. Push your bum up, and then drive up. Hinge, squat, I got it wrong. Hinge, up. So hips back, hips down, hips up, hips forward. Long spine throughout. And this is a really nice way of differentiating between the two, the hinge and the squat. The hinge, just the hip joint, the squats both. Now one squat into a heel lift, please. Squat, and then lift your heels. Pow! Oh, that was not very good. Squat, and then lift your heels. Not very good also. So now feel your calves coming into it. Calves, the muscle that's running below the knee to the ankle joint, and a muscle we don't tend to work that much, and we do have it in today's workout. Joy of joys. Perfect. Good morning to heel lift. So hinge, and then lift your heels. I like to put my hands here for a hinge. You can keep your hands on your chest, your hands here. Up to you. I like to go here because then it has me to encourage to squeeze the upper back as well, and think about an open chest. Stretch of hamstrings, squeeze of calves. Have a reverse lunge with a leap, I nearly said. Lunge back and then reach up, switch legs. Reach, and you should feel a good old stretch of the hip flexor on the back leg. The lower you get your knee, the more intense. So if you lean to it, it's a little bit higher. And then if you're feeling good, you're feeling able, go a little bit lower down to the ground. Now lunge forward and twist. Lunge and then twist in towards your front leg. Step in and switch legs. Anytime we lunge, aim with the feet at hip distance at all times. So not going out wide, not going one in front of the other, and also not finishing feet together. Hip distance. It's going to help with stability and keeping everything in the same neutral position. Lateral lunge side to side. You've got the choice. You can step out, push in, switch sides, step out, push in. If that feels a little bit too challenging or you haven't got as much space for that, take your feet wide, do the same thing. Bend one knee, push hips back. You want to feel it push into the outer edge of your trainer to drive yourself back up, and you'll feel a stretch in the inner thigh of the length of the leg. Perfect. Coming to a down dog position, please. So like a V in the air. A little pedal out the feet if you want, stretching out the calves, and then step your right foot outside your right hand to a lunge. Knee over ankle, help it if you need to, and then step back and go again other side. So when I say when help it, you mean to. If you end up about here, put your other knee down, help it to come a little bit further forward, and then maybe even see if you can also lift the knee for a moment. Pushing it into the hands, push back. If that's not possible, you put it down, you help it, and then you stay on all with your knee down to come back, and then downward dog. This one, if you do struggle, this is a great one to incorporate into your daily lives a little bit. I say daily, just when you can. so we can get into that open hip position. Our hips do tend to be quite weak and quite tight, so this is a really nice one for that. Dynamically moving to create blood flow and elasticity in the muscles. Got to the other side. Perfect. Come on up. We're going to do 3 rounds of exercises. The exercises are going to be not 30 seconds, that's a lie. 50 seconds long, so just under a minute. Get 10-second rest before we do the next one, and we're going 3 rounds through. Your weight. If you're not feeling that warm right now, start lighter, build up with the second set. If you're feeling good, pick up a heavy weight. I do not mind if you want to hold your weight down or up, but take your feet wide, push your knees out and sit back and down, standing up. Squat and stand up. So it's called a sumo squat. Think about sumo, like bam, bam, with the wide feet. That's where we are. Your toes are turned out to encourage your knees to track out. And then it's like you are going to sit down. You're testing if there's a seat below you. This is quite challenging, holding the weights up. It works your arms more, your shoulders, and your back. So if you need to, hold the weight down lower, keep in between. Whatever option you choose, and again, one weight or body weight if you get stuck, check that it's not pulling you forward too much. So you want to keep your shoulders higher than your bum. Bum down, chest up. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, got a good click there. Lovely. Lateral lunges. So like we did in the warm-up, same option of weights, here or here. This time always to the right. So you're going to step out and then push back up, step out and push back up, or keep your feet wide, bend and push, and bend and push. A bit like I said in the warm-up, what you're hoping to feel is a little bit of work coming to the outside of the leg to push you back up. So you'll feel your quads, front thigh. You push your bum back a little bit to feel your bum, but then the side of the leg pushes the edge of the trainer to drive yourself up again. Meanwhile, you'll get this little stretch, dynamic stretch in your inner thigh. So that's not the main working muscle here. It's actually the outside of your leg. And again, stepping out if you want, or static. See what works for you. I'm gonna keep it here just for, yeah, that's perfect. All we gotta do is repeat the other side. Choose where you hold your weights. Down low, up high. Harder, a little bit easier. Out to the left side, please. Personally, I like to put the weights to either side of my leg. I've got some people that like to put it on the inside, and then some people up, up, up. I'm going to actually show you the lateral lunge from the side. From here, without seeing the other leg, it should look quite a bit like a squat. So it's not that I'm just pushing my knee forward, and I'm not just diving back. So a squat, it's hips back and down. The only difference is my legs out to the side. So you're still getting that long spine with a slight tip forward, and your upper body angle should be similar to your shin angle. Let's see if I can show that here. A bit far in my room. So you see how I chest it forward, then here and here, got my best range because I run out of space, my legs under the sofa. But you should have that slight tip forward. One weight, 2 weights, body weight, up, down, whatever you need. Heel lifts. Work your calves. Lift heels up and down. I'd say a lot of us don't train our calves enough. Sometimes a lot of people that go running a lot, there's a lot of impact on your calves where you're running. We would actually strengthen them like this. But your calves are so good at keeping your feet a little bit kind of stronger, healthier, avoiding with the hips, back pain. Like we're on our feet a lot. Even if we have a sitting job, when we move on our feet, right? So yeah, just a muscle we tend to neglect. So here we go. Enjoy. Watch if your heels are collapsing outwards like this at the top. And if they are, think about pressing your heels in towards one another. Perfect. That's 1 round done. We've got 2 more rounds to go of exactly the same thing. You have choices. So have a little shake off. You can stay exactly as you were and just work on maybe, you know, I said that if you weren't feeling warm with the first round, hopefully you are now. Maybe you're looking to increase your weight a little bit. If you're feeling good, I'd like you to please try and add a small pause at the bottom of each rep. I'm just going a little bit. Now I'm going to see sumo squats. Wide feet. Toes turn out to encourage the knees out. Squat down and up. Keeping the shoulders higher than the hips. So make sure it's not dragging you forward. You see how you can see my, it's only small, my little HG Fit, what's this side? HG Fit logo. If you've got a logo, I'd hopefully be able to see it. Now, if you're feeling good, down, mini pause before you stand up. Down, mini pause before you stand up. Okay, just want to give you a quick thing to watch out for. Lots of people, particularly in the sumo squat, I notice, get a bit of an arch to their back like this. This is right, thinking about sticking your bum back. So you still want to gently tuck your pelvis under. It's this small movement here. That's going to hopefully keep your lower back safe. Still going to work in your back, but lower back safe, keep the work in the legs. Lateral lunges, side to side. To the right. Bam, bam, ba, ba. I'm going to hold it on this hand. Yeah, when it comes to weight, so I've just got a little bit lighter because that's what I'm feeling I'm needing. Do you see how I played that? You might not have, you might be doing your own thing. I had it in this one, if that was a bit more awkward, switch hands. It's really not the end of the world which one you're going to use. Do what feels best. And remember, if you're feeling good, a little pause before you push back up. And a pause before you push back up. Pushing the outer edge of your trainer. Doesn't matter if you step all the way in, but push laterally. Bend. Push laterally. See so many people try and drag in with their extended leg. It's all about this bent leg. We're switching sides. So left leg working this time. You pick, stepping, not stepping, pausing, not pausing, but really focusing again. This leg does, your extended leg, sorry. Oh, this is mirrored funny. So like, I'm like, my door's there, But for me, anyway, pointing in the wrong direction of everything. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I see lots of people do this with their bent leg and then kind of shift across and use that leg to stand up like this. And again, even if you keep it smaller, if it means you can focus on this lateral push, lateral propulsion, and strengthen the outside of your leg, you're going to do better there. Perfect. Heel lifts, 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, just your body weight. Maybe a little pause at the top. Maybe no pause. It's also going to challenge your balance a little bit. Oh, I lost my balance. I lost my balance. What is that? Oh, checking again if your heels are collapsing outwards. Sometimes it can even be nice to put a little prop in between, like a pillow or a tennis ball or something to encourage you to squeeze your heels in. Perfect. Little shake. One more round. Oh yeah. We can't stop. The thing that does tend to, I find, sometimes fatigue before the legs can be the assisting muscles. So things like your grip. You might find your forearms really going from holding a heavy weight. Or you might notice your back is fatiguing from having to resist it falling forward too much. Or even if you're holding the weight up here, maybe your shoulders and arms are. Great. If you need to put the weight down because it's challenging your legs, perfect. Not sad about it. Sumo squats. This time, if you're feeling good, maybe add a little pause halfway up again, and then come down again, and then up. So go down all the way, little pause. Up halfway, little pause. Down again, little pause. Up and pause. That is only if the weight's feeling okay for you. So if you want to carry on wrapping it out, down and up, please do. There is never a right and wrong. There's a right for you. and a wrong for you. I can't see you. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what's suitable. You know your body less. You know your body best. So make the best decisions for you today. Yes, perfect. Lateral lunge. To the right, to the right. Na 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 na. Working the outside of the right leg. Choose again. Little pause, not little pause. Maybe a small push-up part way. Down again. Propulsion. So maybe on that pause at the bottom. A little bit. Down. And propulsion, whether you're stepping or not. So again, that's just a way to make us load the leg a little bit more, especially if you don't have the options of weights at home and you're working with the same weight all the time. That's a nice way to make it a little bit more challenging without needing to invest in heavier dumbbells. However, if you find you are able to do that, maybe it's time to invest in some heavier dumbbells. And if not heavier dumbbells, a backpack with more heavy stuff in. Yoish! Perfect. Switching sides. You will find the stepping out is harder. One, you've got to slam the brakes on as you catch here, so that your muscles working to stop you. And then it takes a little bit more oomph to come all the way up. It's going to be again that temptation to get that drag in with the other leg. You're tempted to hold it. Feel the weight predominantly in your bent leg. Feel it, load it, push it. Oh my God, that sounds like bop it, flick it, spin it, and bop it. Did I say that already? It's called bop it if you haven't done it. Fun game. I think it's a memory game. Oh shit. Bam 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 ba da 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 da. Bam 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 dum dum dum. Ooh. Heel lifts. One dumbbell, two dumbbells, both dumbbells, no dumbbells. I said one or both are two, the same thing. So same option if you want, up and down, or a little pause, or down a smidge, up again, down all the way. Don't know how easy that is to see. So if we come up, down a smidge, up again, down to the bottom, up maybe a pause, down a bit, pause, up again, pause, down all the way. Up, more tension. Oh my God, lose my balance. Whoopa, whoopa. So good for, I don't know if you're like me, I used to roll my ankles all the time. And then when I worked on balancing exercises like this, calf raises like this, like those lateral movements, just stopped, my ankles got a bit stronger, didn't roll as much. So don't worry if you lose balance. Just know when you're losing balance, get a little bit stronger to help you for the future. Yes, perfect. Relax, shake off. So far, we have done quads in the sumo squats, which also works the inner thighs in the sumo squats. And we've done the quads, the side leg, a little bit of the bum in all of these as well. It's kind of assisting in the lateral squats and the calves. So now, we're going to hamstrings and my favorite side bends. One dumbbell, two. Go for a single leg RDL. Balance on your right leg for a second, soften the knee, and then just tap the left toe down just slightly. So pick it up there, just tap it down a little bit. Keep the weight in your right leg, push your bum back, 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 and then stand up. Push your bum back, 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 and stand up. It's not back, 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 back into the left leg, but the left toe is just there simply to balance. It's called a kickstand when we do it like this. So a little kickstand with the foot, like on a photo frame, just to have a little bit of balance, but most of the weight is on our right leg. Push your bum back till you feel the stretch in your hips, drive through the heels as you drive your hips forward and simultaneously lift your chest. Whapa! Yappa! Nice. Take the weight in one hand. And by the way, you might need to have a little break with both just to have a little shake off. But let's see, hold it in your right hand, left fingertips on the temples. We're going to bend to the right and then stand back up. Bend, 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 bend to the right. Stand back up, work on the side waist. Oosh. You choose how far you come, by the way, so it might be that it's a small amount. You might be able to go further than me. Try not to put your hips out with this one. So keep your hips relatively level. Get that bend and stretch on the ribs. So your rib cage is away from your hip bone, and then it squeezes to close back again. Stretch, and the higher you can lift your elbow, the bigger the stretch as well, and therefore the bigger the squeeze. As we lift the dumbbell back up to standing. Perfect, little grip break if you need. Then we're going to do the other leg. So holding the weight, 1 weight, 2 weights, no weights. Balance on your left leg for a second. I should show it from the same way. Balance on your left leg, slides off the knee, tap the other toe down. Keep the weight on your left leg, push your arm back, 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 back. Stand up. One of the most common things I see go wrong in this is that people try and go too far and then end up rounding through the back. The dumbbells will probably only go to about your knee level or about an inch or so below. Your shoulders want to stay higher than your hips. And while we are working here, the hamstrings, so that's the muscle behind the knee up to the bum and the upper back, we are massively working on our core, so our back muscles, resisting it rounding like this. So you're resisting, we're squeezing your back. Get rid of the weight in the right hand, hold the weight in the left. Grip break. Fingertips on the temples. Bend, see how high you can lift your elbow. Wapa. See if I can take it. Shouldn't feel any pain in your back. You should feel a pull and sideways, and then it squeezes to stand. And you don't need to overshoot on the stand up, just come back up to shoulders over hips. Oh yeah, I love side bend. I'm gonna wait tomorrow. I can already tell. I feel like I don't do these frequently enough, always, unless it's in my plans, to not let it make me ache the next day. So I kind of like it. Oh yes, perfect. Take a little break. Little shake. Right, we're going back round 2 and 3. The RDL, we don't tend to do that movement pattern in your day-to-day life, a hinge. We do a lot of squatting, like where we sit down, stand up out of bed. We might even kind of silo squat to go and get our laces, going upstairs. We don't tend to do this. So don't worry if you're struggling. If you're struggling, go lighter or even practice with your body weight. If you can though, grab a heavy weight. Balance on the right leg. Cheeky little kickstand. Do you fancy adding the little pause again? Little pause. Stamp the heel down. Drive the chest up. Sorry, drive your hips forward. Lift your chest simultaneously. Back, 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 back. Pause maybe. Wapa! If you've ever seen Legally Blonde, bend and snap, I talk about this a lot because, in my opinion, it's one of the easiest ways of thinking about the hinge. So bend, it's like going to pick something up all sexy, 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 and then snap. But she actually picks up something off the floor and then snap with the boob squeeze. We're not doing that, unless you want. Yeah, perfect. Weight in the right hand. In my opinion, the worst thing about this one right now is my grip, my forearms. It's going more than the bend. Don't know about you, but the only way your grip gets stronger as well is by continuing to hold heavy weights. I mean, there's other. Oh my god, I say something and I'm like, that's a nonsense. This is one way to improve your grip strength. It's holding heavy weights, and it improves over time. Also, actually, I should have said, I find a side bend quite inoffensive, that I can work the same kind of weight as I do on my legs. I really should have said this earlier. If you want to go lighter with the side bend, please do. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing just your fingertips up here. This is still going to get the same stretch and squeeze to come up. So please take that option if you need. Goodness me, Helen. I never want someone to feel like they're like, look, oh, it's impossible. Perfect. Single leg on the other left leg. Balance on your left knee. Slightly soften the knee so it's not locked down. Tap the right toe down. Keep the weight in your left leg. Let's go. Maybe a little pause before you stand up. I didn't have the pause in the side bench, you know. Did you? Were you like, she's distracted by whatever I was distracted by? Apparently Legally Blonde has also aged well, so I like that. It was a good movie. And she does say in it, like, she exercises regularly, like, that means she's got endorphins, and happy people don't kill their husbands. So yeah, fact. If you haven't seen it, if you've seen it, you're probably like, yes. If you haven't seen it, you're like, okay. Or like, oh my God, let me see this movie. I see side bends on the other side. Let's go. Okay, you see the size of the muscles in your legs versus the size of, for example, in your forearms. That is why, as I say, you may fatigue early with your grip strength or something else before your legs actually fatigue. So don't be worried about being like, oh, I can't hold the weight, my legs can't do it. If it means you're getting more heavier reps in the legs, great. And then you always pick up a lighter weight or do your body weight exercise, but you still start to lift heavier, and the more we get it, the stronger we get, including your grip strength. We go a little bit longer, a little bit more. Oosh. I am gonna feel this tomorrow. Perfect. Well done. I'm right. I thought we had another round. It's quite good. I'll say that in the notes. AMRAP means as many rounds as possible. What we're going to do is 12 lunges, 12 single leg V-sits, and 12 toe taps. In my opinion, hold a weight for the lunges. If you get stuck, do your body weight. But if you can, lunges. You can hold it by your sides, up here, or hold one dumbbell. So let's go. Let's start with that. 12 lunges. I do not mind if you want to do a reverse lunge, and we're switching legs. It's 12 total. Or if you want to do a forward lunge. Whatever you choose, the weight should be on whatever leg is in front. So if you're in a reverse lunge, it's my front leg that's working. If I'm doing a forward lunge, again, it's my front leg that's working and propels me up. Reverse lunge tends to work the bum a bit more. Forward lunge tends to isolate the quad a bit more. Once you have done your 12, you're going to lie down on your back. In my opinion, I couldn't work the same weight that I did on my legs on my course, where we need a lighter weight if we've got it, or do your body weight. You lie down, stretch out like a pencil. You're going to sit up, and as you do, lift your arms on one leg, and then lower back down. Repeat with the other leg. 12 of these. Weighted if you can, body weight if you need. Next option is to bend your knee if a straight leg is too much, especially if it means you feel it in your back. And the next option, so we're aiming to get this V shape in the air, like here, leg, upper body, or leg, upper body. But if you struggle, just come up to an L sit. So maybe lift the leg higher, and you just come into a crunch instead. Once you've done your 12, up to 12 toe taps. So feet extended over the hips, you crunch up, and you're reaching towards the toes. 12 of these. Once you've done your 12, you go and do it again. Now, if your hamstrings are a bit tight, you'll struggle to straighten your legs. Bend your knees, that's completely okay. And you just reach as high up as you can with one dumbbell or no dumbbells. If your hamstrings are really flexible, you're going to find you end up here, like high Rach if you're ever doing this, where she can just touch it straight away. So you want to encourage it so the knees stay over the hips. Once you've done it, you just repeat the cycle again and again and again and again, as many rounds as you can. Our first few rounds of exercises, it was kind of slow, it was controlled, it was working on it. This time it's up to you. You can keep that slow control feeling, or if you want to get a little bit of a sweat on, start to ramp out the reps a little bit more, moving a little bit faster, getting a little bit more of a pulse raiser. So completely up to you. Well, the lunges, see how close you can get your knees to the floor. The closer you go to the floor, the more you're going to work the muscle. Already halfway on time, by the way. Bam, bam, bam. On the V-sits, really trying to sit all the way up onto the bum. So the biggest mistake I see people do is they lift their legs so high that it's not possible to sit up. So you want to lift it to a point. How's your counting go? I can't count at all, so I don't know if you can count and listen. You want to lift it just about halfway at an angle so that you can then sit up. So again, for you here, if you struggle to come all the way, drop the leg a bit and you might be able to come with a full sit up. If you struggle with a full sit up, you will struggle with the V shape. Stick to the L. On the toe taps, see if you can avoid bouncing off the floor. Try and always make it a squeeze to lift and control a squeeze. So even if you go fast, you're into total control of the placement of your upper body. You're in the final minute. Once we're done, we're totally done. How much up can you get? We worked the quads, the outer thighs, the inner thighs, the hamstrings, a little bit of the butt, the side waist, and now the abs. And we're so nearly done. 40 seconds to you. How much can you squeeze out? After this 40 seconds, stick around for the stretch. Bam. Bam. Go on, final push. Final push. Do not give up. At this point, you can have a little shake and then try and just keep coming. You've come so far. I have no idea how many reps I'm on. You go to the end. Because why not? 5 more seconds. Let's go. Yes. Get ready to go weight. Have a shake. So if you want to shake off. Breathe. Don't hit me. Don't hit pause. Don't stop me. Stay on. See your heart rate at the moment. Hopefully it's like this. Let's bring it back closer to normal. All fours, please. Cat cows, please. Your back and your abs. Oh. So your breathing rate should be quite high. Your body's been placed under stress when we exercise. So we've got to find the balance for that. Stress isn't bad as long as it's balanced with non-stress. Movement is great. It's a lucky movement. You know, it's all about like trying to find balance. So we do one, we pair with the other. And what you should notice by the end of this, your heart rate goes closer to normal. That's the plan. Glute stretch. Bring your right leg forward, left leg back, and then just play with the angle of the knee to feel the stretch in the bum. So you can be in like pigeon stretch or 90-90 if that's a bit uncomfortable for you. Speaking of balance, we want the muscles. They were like, yeah, they're working hard. They're like, oh, and we want them to relax again, and that's what the stretch does. Now, switch your legs. Pigeon or swan or 90-90. If there's another glute stretch you'd like to do that. Glute being your bum. I'm sweaty. How's your heart rate already? Check in. Has it come down quite a bit? You might still be puffed, by the way. Totally fine. Everyone's got a different recovery rate. Everyone works different hardness. I'm hoping most of the time you work harder than me. Stretch your inner thigh. So come in kneeling. Take your right leg out to the side and push your hips back. So you feel a stretch in the inner thigh. Your heel, the edge of the foot can be up. It can be down. See how far your bum wants to go back. You just stop when you feel it stretching. You're looking for stretchy, but not snappy, and not painful. By the way, you can also do this kneeling, a bit like we did that lateral lunge. You can do that on your feet. Switch your legs. Check away the heart rate. Is it coming down? Got less than 2 minutes left of the stretch. And with each stretch, what we hope for is that we feel it stretching at the start, and then towards the end, we don't really feel it stretching because it's relaxed. If you never feel it relax, maybe pull off your stretch a little bit. Oh, sweaty, sweaty. Stretch your quads. So you can come up to standing, find your balance, hold on to something if you need to, and then pull the heel in towards the bum. Bum, bum. Let me know tomorrow if your waist aches, please. I see you tomorrow, the next day, whenever you think about it. If you don't do it, like you'll forget. So that's okay too. Whoopsie. Split your legs. And by the way, if you're ever struggling with a quad stretch, oh my god, that is a bit of Christmas tree on my forehead. That's one of the pine needles from weeks ago. It is not Christmas. I swear we've hoovered multiple times. It gets everywhere. Fold forward. Just like you can round back if you want. Just dangle forward over your legs. Bend your knees as much as you need for the stretch in the back of the legs, the lower back, the hamstrings. I feel like I was mid-sentence before I felt that. I hope I wasn't going to say anything useful. It should be. Everything I say is useful, but you know, it's, I just talk, you know, still. And tuck your chin, roll your way up. Take your toe up, especially if you like to get any head rushes or anything. Have a little shake off, and then give yourself pat on the back or around the floor. So, you're amazing. Well done. Got any questions or anything? Let me know. Also, you can get in touch with me on my website. My website's always linked in the thing. And if you're not sure of how you're doing something, take a video. Maybe you'll see in your own video what your technique's like and you won't need me. Or send it to me and ask for feedback. Always happy to help. Yeah, anyway, have a fabulous time. Thank you very much, and hopefully see you for another workout soon. Stoppy stop.